Welcome to Other Half Gaming.
Alrighty, hi guys, I'm Kirsty.
And I'm Dan.
Today we're going to start off playing our first game, and Dan is going to have a go at LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. Dan, have you actually ever played this game before?
I haven't. I've seen you do a bit of it, but not really in much detail.
You're like a huge Star Wars fan. How the heck have you not played this yet?
Because it's a Lego game. I'd never thought of really playing the Lego games.
Philistine. I personally love LEGO games. I know I'm like 23, nearly 24, but I know it's a kids game, but it's really not a kids game. It gets such a bad rep for being like a kids game, when actually it's quite difficult and quite fiddly some bits. And there's loads of puzzles and there's loads of stuff to do, and I've never got bored playing a LEGO game.
Okay, so I'm going to get started into this. As I said, I've never played this before, so I'm going into it pretty much blind. So let's get it started, shall we?
So basically, the perk of LEGO games is if you love LEGO, that's really cool. But you get to basically play as a LEGO character in whatever story that it's going for. So in this case, it's Star Wars: The Complete Saga. You can get the LEGO Star Wars game as like a episodes 1 to 3 and then 4 to 6. But actually, it's a lot easier and a lot less space you take up if you just get the Complete Saga now, which is really cool. And I think it's probably a bit less buggy, but I don't know that for certain.
Because I know you had a problem with one of your Lego games with bugs before, haven't you?
Yeah, that was with Harry Potter, but I don't know if they fixed that. But I might replace my two separate discs and just get the one, I think. It also gives me a space for another game on the shelf, which is also awesome.
Well, we're just starting episode 1 now. First section of episode 1. So I'm guessing that's where it's on the space station for the first episode. But we'll find out what we get to do.
So what you're going to need to do is you're going to basically need to go into this level and destroy everything and get as many studs as you can, which are those little round little Lego pieces. I don't know if you remember them from when you were a kid. You got to collect those, and those are pretty much your money in this Lego Star Wars game. And those are awesome because they means you can buy perks. Not all of the perks are entirely useful for the actual game. I think some of them are masks, which just look awesome, but don't help your cause whatsoever in completing your game, apart from it adds a percentage marker when you buy it. And I think there's another one to do with carrots. Very bizarre, but it's awesome.
I believe I've seen what I have seen of you doing it. There's collectibles in it as well, so there's extra bits you collect and characters you collect.
Yep, there'll be loads of extra characters, some of which you can buy at the little desk in the main foyer, for want of the better word, between the level episodes, and those you can buy between each little episode that you do. You can also get given characters as you play them throughout the game, so they become live to you, and that's really helpful later, because what you do with each of these levels in Star Wars is there's the walkthrough, is your kind of story mode, which is where you go through playing the plot line of, in this case, Star Wars, and then there's a free play mode where you go back again later, because you'll find as you go through the levels you can't actually get everything. There's certain things that you need certain abilities for that you can't get until later in the game, where you've unlocked that specific character, and then you come back and then you do that. You replay the level with that character, which means actually it's not a very quick game to complete, and it's really, so you get a lot for your money's worth with Lego, which is really, really cool.
Okay, so can't help but notice at the beginning that obviously there's a bit of comedy factor for the Lego, like the ship falling apart and the pilots falling out of it.
How are you finding your chances of being a Jedi at the moment?
It took me a little while to work out how to use the Force, but I got there eventually.
Are you finding it really easier for a beginner to just pick up and play?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. As I said, it didn't. Or if it did say I missed it, how to use the force, or we might come across it in a second, but it didn't tell me the controls for that anyway.
See, what you see there is a mini kit. What you need to do is you have 10 of those to collect in every single episode, or a little level that you play, and then they'll build like a little ship or vehicle, and at the outside of each section it's another collectible with Lego games. But like I say, you're not going to necessarily be able to find them on your first go through the level, because some bits you can't unlock without unlocking these other different characters. So Dan, would you say this was necessarily something that you'd think as a kid's game playing it?
Well, like I said, I've never really thought about playing it up to now, so no, I wouldn't have thought about playing it. But it's not been bad yet, so I'm not going to give up yet.
So as you can see, actually here what he's doing is wandering back, because what he's actually noticed, surprisingly, from watching me, is that actually you can unlock different doors earlier in the level that you won't be able to unlock initially, but sometimes the characters that you need are in the level, in the section of the level that you need them to be, in which case that's really good if you notice that. But if not, you can come back later on with that character unlocked as a character you can change to. What you might also have noticed that up in the top right hand corner is where it says insert controller, is that this game is actually two-playered if you want it to be, which is really cool. I'm going through this game at the moment with one of my friends, and we're just spending a few hours kind of every couple of weeks just playing it, which is really awesome, which is really cool. So if you want to have it as you and your mate or you and your kid and playing this level, it's a really, really cool game to do that with. We're only not doing that at the moment because I'm trying to prove to Dan that this game isn't actually as easy as he thought it was. So you're on your own.
So I don't really know what I'm doing as such for storyline at the minute. I obviously know from the film where I'm meant to be going, but wouldn't say that I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not entirely sure how. Oh, okay. I was going to say I'm not sure how to change characters to make the other one stand on the platform, but he did it anyway on his own. I changed character a second ago, and I have no idea how I actually did it.
While you're here, I'd seriously head back and go get those blue studs, because they're actually worth like 1,000 studs every time you collect one. And when trying to get True Jedi, which is basically filling up the stud bar at the top, and that gets you a gold brick, which gets you another percentage point. And we like percentage points because we want to complete this game to 100%, because it's awesome.
Okay, I will try my best. That's what I'm doing. Okay.
What I personally tend to do when I'm doing the Lego games is just because of the different characters that you need for different levels that you don't always necessarily know, is I tend to go through with a notebook. It might sound a bit geeky, and I did a degree in science, so I record everything that I do, but it just really helps when going back, because then you know when you can go back to certain things when you've unlocked certain characters.
Okay, well, I personally don't think I'm gonna try 100% this game, but I'm gonna try to do the best I can.
Fair enough. I tried to do 100% with the Harry Potter ones, and I got to 99.7% on one level, and it glitched on me because I couldn't. There were 2 gold bricks in this one room in the tower. It was in the first game, and because I got 1 gold brick first, it meant it glitched out, and I couldn't get the second gold brick, which is really frustrating because then I didn't get the achievement.
So at the moment, I'm just trying to work out where I'm going. Any hints?
Back to the end of the corridor, mate.
All the way I came?
Yep. That little door that C-3PO was standing next to.
That's not C-3PO, that's C-3PO picture.
Yep.
That is what I need to do, is it?
Yep. As
Again, I still haven't worked out how to change character.
why?
Well, I'm pressing Y.
Get closer. And don't kill him. He's not much help if you've, like, hurt him.
See, I was expecting that to be unlocked by free CPO when you unlock him, not that character, as you can see the picture is different.
Yeah, it is a bit bizarre, but no, it is. It is just. It's him. I don't know how, but it is. These are quite cool. So if you see anything floating on the ground with a little green glow around it, it's always the force you can use to put it back together again. You will find little bits in the level that do that, and there's certain different bits and different levels that have a different colour, and you'll need a different power then to unlock those or put those together. So that's one of the things you'll have to come back with another time.
I think it's around this bit that is the only bit I've seen you play, to be honest. Got stuck.
Yeah, I think must admit I haven't had a lot of play out of this the last few months because our TV has been totally monopolised by Dan playing Fallout 4, and before that New Vegas, and then before that Fallout 3. So I'm feeling a little bit left out actually.
Well, what can I say?
It's one perk of me having a different shift pattern to Dan is I actually got to have a go at Guitar Hero this morning, which was actually pretty nice because no one was arguing over the TV.
Okay, so it looks like obviously I'm going to be escaping soon. Okay, anyway, for this point I think we'll wrap it up, and we'll come back to it in a bit. So I hope you enjoyed the first look at, or my first look at, Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Anyway, I hope to see you soon. Bye.
Bye guys.
Please like and comment on the video. Let us know what you liked or what you think can be improved, as this is our first video, and also hit subscribe if you liked it, and see you soon.